our group now. So I heard a lot of good work that was done last night and also that was done as partnerships today. I heard somebody referring to a hook that they wrote. Now that was a really sophisticated writerly move because we didn't really focus on discussing hooks, so that could have been something that the person found from their checklist. It could have been something they found from, it could have been from back in their notebook. So that was really cool. I heard somebody say that they found some websites about this topic, so they took it upon themselves to do a little bit of further research, and I thought that was really great too. I heard somebody say, well, if that's your claim, that's fine. What's your evidence? And I thought that was good, and the person was able to say, well, here's my evidence, and then was able to list it. So I thought that was also really some good partnering work. All right, so what we're going to do, and before we move on, it really is important that you get in these habits. This habit that you have of choosing what you're going to do at night, which mentor tests you're going to use, what you're going to improve, whether it's your hook or you're going to go and get more evidence. That's what you have to do to be a college student. When you get an assignment as a college student, your professor doesn't say, okay, you have to write a paper. First, go home, work on your hook, kids. They don't say that. They say, hey, guess what? In 4 days, you better have a research paper about this. Goodbye. And you have to break down your own learning and your own process into your own pieces. So if you were able to do that last night with some success, good for you. That is really a mature skill. You assigned it, you did it, and you reported it back. Not because of a grade, but because that's part of what a good student does to become a better writer. So I wanted to say that is something we want to continue to see. So we're going to shift gears just a little bit because we are going to now learn another important part of position writing. And our target for today is I can angle my evidence by explaining it fully, showing how the evidence illustrates or supports specific points. Well, that doesn't sound that unusual. What part of that is angling? Here's what it is. You're not just going to plop quotes, statistics, or stories in your writing. You're way past that. You're going to select your evidence, put it into your writing, but then the important part is unpacking it, explaining the evidence and how it's significant and how that evidence illustrates your point. So first you plop and then you unpack. Plop, unpack. If you just plop, your evidence isn't going to do your work for you. Okay? Evidence is it's nothing without your explanation. And that's what we're going to work on today. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove to you today that evidence by itself is nothing. So AJ, I'm going to expect you to go on the website today and cross your fingers. This will be on there and you can watch it and do what you need to do. But I'm going to give you these articles. Come here and get these before you go because you're going to need to do this tonight. Run. All right. And you're going to need to bring them tomorrow. And there's going to be a sub tomorrow. So think about how you can keep your name off the subs naughty list. All right. So here we go. Back to us. Yes, that was recorded. It was? Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to show you how I can angle this evidence here. So this is the text excerpt that I'm going to use. This is my evidence. First, I'm going to plop it in my essay, and then I'm going to explain how it supports that, not violent video games, it's role-playing games are perilous, how they're bad for you. You want to see me do it? Here I go. Okay, so this is that little excerpt. You've seen this before. This is about the boy who is the senior who's the judge. He makes the pie chart. He does the killing assignments. And he says here, I'm looking for some good massacres early. This year's judge said as the competition began the second week of May, I've arranged at least one boyfriend-girlfriend kill. That should be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to use this quote. I'm going to say, this shows how dangerous these types of role-playing games really are. First of all, this is a senior in high school, and he has been given the power to decide who is going to kill whom. And the first thing he decides to do is set up a boyfriend and a girlfriend to kill each other. What this shows me is that this young man has no idea what it is like to try to develop a good relationship. And he is setting up these classmates of his to have this really negative experience. If he was a mature person, he might understand that he... Yes?
AJ's mom is here to pick him up.
He's on his way down.
Thank you.
I lost my train of thought. Hold on a second. Okay, so what this is showing is that this young boy has no business having this type of control over his classmates, because it's possible that this boyfriend and girlfriend might break up because they may be resentful of the other one for killing them and eliminating them from the game. Booyah. Does that make you, did I do a good job of convincing you that this is not good? That this is evidence that this is not good? Yes. Okay, so let's try using it for the other. Whoops. Hold on. Now I'm going to use it for the other side. How great this is, right? Same evidence. I'm dropping in the same evidence. Here I go. Ready? The fact that this young man has gotten to be a judge in a game is excellent experience. As all kids learn in school, higher order thinking, such as judgment and taking responsibility and being evaluative, are very important to becoming a person who has good thinking skills for the marketplace so that they can get a good job. This young man is going to have incredible skills because he is getting to design this game. He's getting to be the judge of rule violations. So he's getting incredible experience. As a matter of fact, in order to be a judge in real life, you have to be elected. It's an incredibly high position in our society. So giving him this opportunity to be a judge and to be able to evaluate how certain violations may or may not have affected the game is excellent for this particular boy. It also shows some initiative that the kids have decided who this judge is going to be. They collaboratively have made a choice of who is going to be the leader of this game, and that is also an excellent skill. Kids getting together, designing the game, figuring out who their best leaders are all skills that they can take right into the workplace. So as you can see, games like Killer are not just good fun, they're educational. Booyah! So did I use the same exact evidence for the opposite side?
Yes.
Yes. So the plopping in of evidence, folks, is not the hard part. That's just boo. Okay, I'm going to use this. How you're going to use it, how you're going to engage your thinker, that's the tough part. So now I'm going to give you guys a chance to practice this yourself. So the key is not the evidence, it's the interpretation of the evidence. So now you're going to try this. Are you ready? We're going to use a different piece of evidence. Come in, because you're getting sleepy and you're looking like you're not thinking. And you kind of look like this. Except for you. Everybody else. Yeah, put on a perky face. Great job, Umar. Okay, so we're going to use this one. This is about the freshman who went to the airport, got permission to use the squirty fish instead of the water pistols, and went to the LL counter and took out his classmate who was on his way to Tel Aviv. So here's what you're going to do. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, partner one. Decide who partner one is. Okay, partner one is going to angle that evidence. Don't worry, I'll put it back up there to say, this is awesome. This is so great. This thing that happened at the airport, awesome. This shows how great these games are. And then that person's going to have about a minute to do that. And then partner two is going to have about a minute to use that same piece of evidence to say how terrible that is, how that's evidence that the game is a bad game to play. So I'm going to put the evidence back up there. Jot down your notes. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Jot down what you're going to say. Quick, quick, quick. Are you ready? What's wrong? Yeah, you're squinting. Okay, partner one, get ready. Explain how this piece of evidence shows that these games are good for you. Go.
It also wouldn't have been bad for the person who brought the squirt fish. No, it also is. Yeah, it is good. Because he brought a squirt fish, not a squirt gun. So people think, why is he squirting a fish, not a gun? This shows that he would not have gotten in trouble if it looked like a gun instead of a what?
Okay. All right, that's partner one. Are you ready, partner two? Angle this evidence to show that these games are not good for kids. Go.
One, that's not assault at all. It's not harming anyone. What the with water. It's a part of the game.
Oh, you just had it.
But you're not referring to that. You're not referring to that piece of evidence. You're referring to that in your game.
Okay. So I heard people saying that when you go to an airport is a dangerous place. Any kind of behavior like this at an airport, when they were talking about I'm talking about the negative side, that that's taking a risk. What if the person yelled out, "I just got killed"? That could cause mayhem. I heard somebody say that. I heard somebody say that it's just squirt fish. On the other side, they're just squirt fish. He was so smart. He went and asked the guy if he could use squirt fish. Hey, if he brought the gun, that would show that he doesn't have good critical thinking skills. Or wait, you said, Brooke, it wasn't critical thinking skills, strategic thinking skills, right? Mm-hmm. But because he went ahead of time to the judge, said, may I use squirt fish to be safer, that shows that he is problem solving. And that's a good thing. So I heard some really great evidence. Oops. So we're going to stop there. Go take your break, and when we come back, I'll tell you what we're doing next. I've got to figure out how to stop this thing.